Hey everybody, what is up? It is Berlin. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you doing? So this video is going to be a little bit more like a video essay. It's not going to be a usual kind of quick tea video. It's not going to be makeup. It's going to be a video that's actually might be a little bit triggering to some people. So just to warn you, we're going to do a little disclaimer here, a little trigger warning. Just to warn you, if you are somebody who is triggered about a lot of talk of SA, then this really won't be the video for you. This would be the point where you click off and go and click on something else. So this video is going to be a little timeline of events with a certain drag race superstar called Shangela.
Okay, listeners, we are starting off in 2025. Just 7 days ago, it came out that RuPaul's Drag Race alum Shangela has been accused of sexual assault nearly 1 year after the last lawsuit on the same topic was dismissed. These new articles are accusing Shangela of sexually assaulting an adult film actor. These accusations actually came out in 2024, but it has only just now gone to court. The name of the adult film actor is Dakota Payne. Dakota Payne, who was also on a reality TV show from Wow Presents called 24 Hours of Love. The complaint, which demands a jury trial and compensatory damages, alleges that the assault happened while Pierce, Shangela, was on a break from filming Drag Race winner Bianca Del Rio's Hurricane Bianca 2, which was filming back in 2017. In 2024, Dakota actually put up an Instagram story when a Rolling Stone article came out detailing a lot of Shangela's accusations, saying an article about Shangela and her history of SA. Maybe I should share my story too, with a link to the Rolling Stone article. Aside from that, Dakota actually took to TikTok and shared his story in full. This isn't new information. This is actually something that I shared in a video about 5 or 6 months ago to do with RuPaul's Drag Race and Shangela, but I have the full video of Dakota sharing his story about what happened with Shangela, allegedly, right here.
Last weekend, I was out in West Hollywood with some friends at a restaurant, and I saw the person who sexually assaulted me getting sat on the back patio. So I took a moment, took a beat, gathered myself, and went up to his table and let him know, hey, I know what you did, and you know what you did, and I believe all those boys' stories, referring to the Rolling Stone article about them. He looked me in the eye and he said, I'm sorry you feel that way. So a little backstory. In 2017, I was a PA on the set of Hurricane Bianca 2. I'd gone out with the cast and crew a handful of times, very excited to be around these popular drag queens and on set, in New York City. It wasn't until we had finished wrapping and I went out with this one queen one-on-one that I had this isolated experience where I came to in a hotel room with them and another person having sex with me. I don't remember getting there. I don't remember where it was. I don't remember if this person was an escort, hiring them. And that night I was made to feel like, oh, you wanted this, but you wanted this. I also remember that night telling them, well, that felt a lot like work. Basically, if you're gonna treat me like a whore, pay me like a whore. This happened, I compartmentalized, swept it under the rug, and it wasn't until the Rolling Stone article came out and I saw that there's so many other instances of sexual assault from this person. And so many people's stories were so similar to mine. And then, I can't avoid them on social media. Even if I block this person, they're gonna show up on a For You feed, or, they were just at a ceremony for a bar in West Hollywood being marked as a safe space, hugging up on the owner. And so, to the person who said, I'm sorry you feel that way. DJ, I'm sorry you feel the way that you do. I'm sorry that you are comfortable going into our career spaces and that every place you go into, you kind of threaten the safety of the space. I'm sorry that your name is going to be synonymous for the deeds, and all the projects you've had the opportunity of being on are going to be tarnished. I'm sorry that you are not on a path of atonement and that whatever's happening with you is just festering. And I'm really sorry to all of the victims, to everyone whose body you violated. I'm sorry if they're not believed. I'm sorry if their trauma is being overshadowed by your popularity. So,
after Dakota had spoken out on Instagram and TikTok sharing his story, some of the queens from RuPaul's Drag Race also came forward in support of him. These included Bianca Del Rio, whose film it was that they were shooting at the time. Bianca Del Rio said, "I'm sorry you experienced this, my friend. I'm here for you." Another person to offer their support was Crystal from UK Drag Race. Crystal said that must have been really difficult to do. So proud of you for doing it. Sending love. And it didn't stop there. More Drag Race queens took to social media to also speak out about Shangela and these allegations. One of those being Bob and Monet on their Sibling Rivalry podcast.
Never discussed this on the podcast before, but obviously there were allegations against one of my co-stars on We're Here. And I think that some people have taken my silence as some form of allyship, or someone even accused me of quote unquote working overtime to silence victims, which seems really wild to me personally. A really wild accusation. But the truth is that I'm not working overtime to silence anyone. I just literally did not know what was going on. I did not want to spread rumors, especially one that I was that close to, but I certainly stand with the 6 people is incredibly damning, and I certainly hope that these people get the justice that they need. I can't even imagine what it's like to see a person who did something like that to you on TV, just like, getting their tens or dancing at the club next to you. You know what I mean?
Pablo Rain, foxtrotting, box stepping on a ABC Dance with the Stars.
So that would fuck me up mentally. You know what I mean? But I just don't want anyone to think that was me being like, I support like that. But also, people jump to a lot of conclusions on the internet, which I understand for them, but it doesn't always make a ton of sense. But sometimes when we're feeling emotional, we don't always make the most sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think what was really crazy was one recently, the person who was down at the Abbey, and they posted that video about something that happened on set of Hurricane Bianca, and then Bianca commented on their video. She's like, "I'm so sorry that happened to you." I don't remember exactly what Bianca said, but she basically posted a message of support of the person on their post, because it allegedly happened on Bianca's set of her movie.
Yeah.
Not on the set of her movie, but during the filming of her movie, I should say, sorry.
Around the same time period as Bob and Monet, Katia also made a joke about the accusations or about Shangela on the Bald and Beautiful podcast. This clip has since been edited out of this episode of The Bald and the Beautiful.
Or that motherfucker a bone. I'm up against We're Here. That's Brendan Fraser in The Whale. I want my life to mean something. You know what I mean? The tone of that title is a little bit different now. We're here. I think we should do a show called We're Also Here. Yeah, we're here to we're here to rape you.
I think we should do a show called We're Also Here. Yeah, we're here to rape you.
We're over there. Yeah, we're over there. We kind of help people, but not at the expense of inconveniencing ourselves. We'll be here if anything happens to you. That's how about that. Could you imagine you and I show up at a woman's house as like a recent divorcee, and she's like, "I'm just trying to get my groove back," and we're like, "Have you tried color contacts? Yeah, the Halloween store has blue contacts."
Jump back to 2025 this year with these new articles coming out about the lawsuit against Shangela. Shangela decided to post a Notes app apology. This Notes app apology was posted on February the 25th on Shangela's personal Instagram. She wrote, "Hi you, I started off my week super grateful for life, texted with my mum, repacked my drag bag, and just been minding my own little gay business. Then here comes some BS. Being falsely accused in the most heinous ways is very difficult to endure. I'm advised to stay silent, and I'm doing my best to continue on without engaging in a back and forth with dishonest people seeking money or a moment. It's not worth it, I tell myself." Even though none of these false claims have ever prevailed against me, my career, my character, and even my family have suffered. She then thanked people who see through this mess, I'm air quoting here. She thanked people who see through the mess and said that her heart thanks them. And then there was more to this Notes app apology. Growing up in a small town, my dream was always to entertain people and hopefully make a positive impact on the world. I worked non-stop, publicly and privately, to achieve this. I never imagined, though, that fulfilling my dream would also come with shocking betrayals and slanderous attacks. It seems like the farther you go, the more some people want to see you fail. But I won't give up. I hope none of you ever have to go through this. It hurts. Their goal is to characterise a successful black gay drag queen as a threat. But my goal is to never let evil win. I will continue to fight back with the truth, and with time I know the truth will prevail. Still grateful for life. And sending love always, Shanji. Now when we look at who's liked Shangela's Notes app apology, it's very interesting, very telling. So you've got Nymphia Wind, the most recent winner of Drag Race. You've got Sugar of Sugar and Spice, the twins who were also on the show, and you've also got one Alexis Mateo. Probably not the most shocking is Alexis Mateo, and we're going to get into why. Flashback to 2020. Remember when AJ and the Queen was a thing? That was a TV show that aired for one series on Netflix. I do remember watching this show myself. It featured RuPaul. You had other Drag Race alumni in there like Eureka O'Hara, Bob the Drag Queen. Well, Alexis Mateo decided to speak out when AJ and the Queen was cancelled. Alexis wrote, I did enjoy AJ and the Queen. Sad that this show is cancelled. It was great to see so many of my favourites on that season. Sometimes our own community don't back up our own culture, just like our gay bars. Oh well, I guess now all we have to do is crucify the Drag Race girl for wanting eggplant emoji into we cancel Drag Race and then we post sad things on Facebook. Now, I don't exactly know why AJ and the Queen was cancelled after just one season on Netflix. Could it be because of Shangela's alleged controversies? Perhaps, because we're going to go back now to 2018. 2018 was one of the first times when information had come out about Shangela and her alleged behaviour. This was the year that Edward Ramirez, 27, claimed Pierce, Shangela, assaulted him after a night out. At the time the allegations are alleged to have happened, Edward Ramirez himself was 21, and this was back in 2018 in Texas, September 10th, going into September 11th, early morning. Rolling Stone magazine reviewed the Instagram conversation with Ramirez's story alleging what happened. I've got those screenshots here as well. So it seems that Ramirez bumped into Shangela on a night out and then went on to share their story on social media, on a social media platform called ATRL. According to these screenshots, what you can see is Ramirez saying that Shangela did things that were non-consensual, things that Ramirez allegedly didn't want to happen. He responded to people on this social media platform who were commenting on this situation and asking exactly what had happened, saying, sorry, I just got off work, girls. I don't want to use the word grape. It seems too harsh. She, Shangela, was just very drunk, shoved me on the floor, and then goes on to detail exactly what happened, stating that what did happen was non-consensual. They said no. Jump forward from 2018 to 2023. Yet another allegation. 2023, a production assistant named Daniel McGarrigle, who worked on Shangela's Emmy-winning We're Here TV series, also filed a complaint about Shangela's behaviour, misconduct. Though according to Shangela, this allegation is also false. Gossip channel Pop Tings also picked up this allegation on Twitter with all of Daniel's screenshots detailing what happened allegedly. I'm using the term allegedly because all of these are at the moment allegations, although Daniel's story from 2023 does seem very, very similar to the other stories that have been shared by other people in regards to forcefulness, things being done without consent. So you guys can make your own mind up about what you think really went on. I'm not here to say it was or it wasn't one way or the other. I'm simply here to share the stories. Personally, I do believe victims, so do with that what you will. We've got some screenshots here of Daniel McGarrigle's Instagram story saying that he had brought up what happened to him on the show We're Here and spoken to the people whose show it was. Hey, I just wanted to thank you for listening to me when I told you what happened to me. I could tell that you and Stephen were genuinely concerned and that your first thought wasn't the show. For that, I'm thankful. I know the show is your baby. I ultimately decided not to pursue DJ, and the lawyers I was talking to made it very clear that they wished to pursue the company and not DJ. That's not at all what I wanted. So I dropped it, but I did give notice. That way, if it does happen to someone else, they have the legal footing to come for the company, so I'm not a threat to the show, but that does make Shangela even more of a liability now. The final part of Daniel McGarrigle's message to the producers of the show say this dies here today, and as long as DJ Shangela keeps his dick in his pants around other unwilling parties, you'll never hear about any of it ever again. Believe me, I hope I never have to hear about that boy ever again. So let's hope he can behave now, as he probably knows I've told you and the show. Anyways, I just needed you to know. The final Instagram story that I've got here from Daniel McGarrigle says, I should have came forward as soon as it happened, and that he didn't blame HBO for what happened. Should have told the show right away. Felt pressure in his own head to preserve the show because the show makes a difference in so many lives, including providing paychecks for my own friends and family.
So, after all of that, well, I'm not going to tell anyone else what they should or shouldn't think. That's not what I'm here to do with this video. I wanted to put everything together in a timeline here with the video evidence of other queens chiming in, with the video evidence of people sharing their stories of what allegedly happened to them with Shangela as well. So hopefully it makes sense to you. You can see everything clearly here. And I know what I think. I mean, you know, all of this evidence against one person, I would say is quite unusual. All of this evidence against one person where you've got multiple people who've come forward with similar stories, yet they don't know each other. They don't work with each other. They work in the same kind of industry, yes, maybe like film, or they're people who've met Shangela out at bars or something, you know, but they're people who don't know each other. So to have, 6, 7 people now all come forward about Shangela and say their stories, say what's allegedly happened to them, I think when you put it all together and when you look at it in a video all together like this, I think it's hard to deny the evidence. I mean, the evidence definitely deserves to be looked at, in my opinion, you know, so I'm glad that it will go to court, but we don't know. Will Shangela and the person settle before it goes to court? I don't know. I mean, I will keep looking at this, and if anything new comes out, then I will be here to update it, but I know what I think for now. So I'm going to leave this video right here. I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well as always, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I mean, you know, it's not like tea, it's not drama, it's a very serious situation that we're talking about in this video, but I think it's important to bring it to light because it's something that I have previously mentioned in a video before, but I've not really delved into it. This time I wanted to go a little bit deeper and actually put it all out there so we can see, oh yeah, this year this, that year that, you know what I mean? Anyway, love you. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, take care, and I will see you on the next one.